Well, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG as I get my camera set up here. Hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. Today we're going to take a look at Monarch, a Monarch market update, and see what's going on in that world, see what the boxes are doing, and see what the EV of those are doing as well. So let's take a look. Hey, before we get into anything, if you want to support the channel, head on over to KitchenTableTCG.com. You get access to a collection tracker, but additionally this week you get access to a 15% off coupon over at CavDanesMarket.com, which is my store, my website, and I'm doing 15% off for patrons only this next week. And then you also get, that's to celebrate the end of the year. So patrons, make sure you go back and look at the recent post for that code. And then, of course, we do have our Thursday Night Armor events, and this week we are doing a free ultimate pit fight. As this is the 5th Thursday of the month, we're doing a free ultimate pit fight. We do have 2 other events that are offered by other stores as well. So let's hop in and take a look at Monarch and see what's going on with this market right now in the world of Monarch. So booster boxes, you know, everyone's talking about Monarch all the time. We have been very, very firmly at $160 to $170 over the last 2 to 3 months. I think that this is if you look at the way that Crucible of War First Edition is lined up, we don't know the print run of Monarch, but it would say that based on Crucible of War First Edition prices, Monarch would be about 100,000 boxes, equal to this number at about $160 a box. So I tend to think that this is about what the price is going to even out on, and the long-term prices will kind of remain this way until we get to a place where the game's been around for a lot longer and it's a long-term investment. So you can see what's going on in TCG Player. Even on their charts, they have a pretty flat line here for the last couple of weeks. So 165, you can currently get them for $154 plus $10 shipping. So if you're buying a bunch of them, I think that shipping would make sense. But the recent sold listings here are about $165, and that's what we're seeing on eBay as well. Meanwhile, you've got sellers, a lot of boxes selling on TCG Players for Unlimited between $55 and $62. So that's kind of where we're at, way under map pricing here, again, for Monarch Unlimited. Looking then, as we get into the Fable, the Great Library of Solana, sitting at $800. That's an uptick here on TCG Player from where we were in the last couple weeks. Keep in mind, eBay prices are always different. TCG Player, eBay. I just try to take what is currently in the market, and you had 2 of them sell this week. This one was LP at $790, but this one near mint at $800. I see a lot of people listing the one with the print dot, which is right here. There's a little print dot as LP, so that may have been what that was. But that's kind of where we're at. We're sitting at $800. Meanwhile, the unlimited version is at $270. So let's hop in here and see what's going on with the singles from first edition. Your Footsteps is up to $246. This was recently pulled in a Rudy from Alpha Investment video. Anytime that happens, usually those cards kind of go up, or anytime he says he buys something, those cards tend to trend up for a couple days or that week. Carrion Husk at $195. Vestige of Soul at $145. That's up 3.5%. Valiant Dynamo a little bit soft, down 7%. Doomsday up to 71, Eclipse at 85. Again, I think until the meta really shifts, until we see something change, I tend to see these prices all kind of continue this kind of trend of not really jumping or going anything. You can see there's a lot of flat lines here as we look at the graphs, and I think that will continue until we see a meta shift, and then something will happen with a lot of these cards. Majestic Cold Foils, Galaxy Black up to $370. That's a pretty good sale, up 19%. Luminaris down 7% to $180. Dread Scythe down to 48 from that's down 7%. All in all, you're at an uptick of 5.6% to $157. First edition common foils. These are trending up. You got Stubby Hammerers going up to 25. You've got Time Skippers up to 27. A lot of upward ticking here. The movement of these is kind of back and forth and back and forth. This week we were up to an average of $32. You can see we had a little bit of a downturn. Maybe this is just a market reacting to that and popping back up to where we were at the beginning of December. This is just for Halo of Illumination, but even for the average prices, a little bit of an uptick, not much. Last week your average price was sitting about $30. Now you're at $32. So Looking at your first edition extended arts, a lot of movement on the Herald of Erudition. You guys know I can't pronounce that. Herald of Erudition, $245 sold on TCG Player. I've also seen a few of these moving over on Facebook recently. This is by far, in my opinion, the most beautiful of the extended arts. These are extremely rare too. It's crazy to see how far the market has dropped on these. I mean, take a look at the average prices too on my graph. The average prices have dipped quite a bit, but we are starting to trend sideways, and we trended down after a long sideways movement, and now maybe trying to trend upwards. That's a good sign. We're up 20% to an average of $170 for those. Lumina Ascension is also up 17%, whereas Mark of the Beast is down 4%. All right, before we get into the foil Majestics, I do want to note I've got Nourishing Emptiness here at $23. I messed up. It should be at $17, but every time I update the prices on this, I have to wait half an hour, and my kids are asleep right now. So this price is a little bit off. It should be $17. That is up still significantly from where it was on Nourishing Emptiness if we type that in. So that's a good sign. I think a lot of people thinking that Nourishing Emptiness, last week we were at $12. This week this should say $17. So it's still an upwards trend. A few of them sold. You can take a look here. That won't skew the EV very much, but for the Rainbow Foil First Edition, you are seeing about $15 to $17 here on TCG Player. Some other cards moving up as well. You got art like Sentinel that's moving up to $10. Shadow of Ursa to $9. Celestial Cataclysm even up a little bit to $40. So there was some interaction here over the holiday season for those Rainbow Foil Majestics. Average price is at $10, which is up. I would say it's probably up 3% to just under $10 with that Nourishing Emptiness. Regular Majestics, don't get fooled by these like 108% changes. When cards are $1, it's just kind of like sometimes they get bought up to $1 because the supply is still limited. Don't get too confused by that. You're still down to an average of $3.18, and that's still down 3.5%. And 180% spike when things are 70 cents is just the difference between 35 cents. So no huge difference. If this number was 1800%, that would be something that was important. But the market is not accepting all these still currently. So sitting at $3.18, which is down 3.5%. As we look through Rainbow Foil Rares, those are up to $1.70. Oh, there was one I wanted to highlight. Merciful Retribution confirmed sale on TCG Player for $19. So that's up 23%. These are selling. There are a few of them that are moving. These kind of high end, especially the Prism Rainbow Foils, the Illusionist Rainbow Foils are moving pretty well at decent values. It's still an average of $1.70 though. There's so many of the rares, there's so many of the commons that it is hard to pull the Merciful Retribution yellow, and that is quite rare. So, but there is confirmed sales of that on TCG Player at that price point. All right, moving on. You regular rares down. Right, Rainbow Foil commons are actually down. Regular commons also down. So that puts your EV. Again, Nourishing Emptiness isn't going to really affect us too much, but keep that in mind that one price was a little bit off. Regular commons, if you're just opening up a box, you're just going to sell all the rares, all the foil commons, everything. If you're going to sell everything in the box other than the regular commons, if you open up 40 boxes, on average, you're sitting at about $155 per box. If you open up just a case and you're not going to hit the Fable, you're sitting at $135 per box. And if you don't hit if you're just going to open up a box, you're not going to hit a legendary, you're sitting at about $85 per box. All right, let's take a look real quick at Unlimited. The legendaries are up 5%. Again, Footsteps up to 135. Doomsday up to 59, so that one's up quite a bit from 37. I'm guessing people just thought the price point was too low for a card that is playable. Eclipse, a lot of people think it's not playable because you don't have Seeds of Agony. So maybe that's why they're not buying the $28 ones there. Although that is up 12% as well. Average price at 87. Your Rainbow Foil Majestics, you're actually down to 480 that's down 6.5%. No real huge things. Bolting Blade is actually up a little bit. Again, your price of 80 cents and 89% increase is not massive. So keep that all in mind. Looking at regular Majestic, Spill Blood is up a decent amount, but again, you're only up 10-15 cents. All in all, average down to 286, which is just a little bit lower than the first edition and down 3%. Rainbow Foil Rares down 12% to an average of 64 cents. Captain's Call, something that is definitely significant in the rares. Merciful Retribution, another significant one again. Looking at regular rares, you're down to 16 cents. Unlimited Foil Commons, 44 cents. All right, your EV here then, if you're going to open up 40 boxes and sell everything other than the regular commons, you're sitting on an average of $75 per box. Your regular kind of, if you're going to open up a case and not hit a Fable, on average you'll be sitting at $68 per box. And if you take out the Legendary, take out the Fable, you'll be sitting at about $38 per box on your opening. So that's Monarch. That's all we got here. Again, if you are looking for a way to track the value of your collection, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG. Patrons, don't forget, you do have that 15% off discount code for this week over at Cavdan's Market. And if you're looking for a place to play the game, if you're looking for a collection tracker, head on over there, KitchenTableTCG.com. I mean, I think if you can get boxes here at $60, if you can get a case for, $60 a box, that's definitely worth it. I think even at map, it's worth the risk of hitting a decent legendary, and you'll be sitting pretty up. Again, you also have spiky boxes that hit kind of in your 2 legendaries per box every now and then, so per case. So take the risk if you want. This seems like a low risk scenario. You're going to get some of your money back, which is always good, and you may hit that Fable. So hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we will see you again next video.